Go. Good morning. Today we will tackle about the conic sections. So conic sections were curves formed from a double right circular cone. Imagine that you have two intersecting lines. One is perpendicular and the other one is on degree angle less than 90 degrees. And then think that you will rotate it 360 degrees. Then you will now form a two right circular cone. So sorry for the illustrations. Medyo hindi sumakto. So these are the nap. This will call as the nap. And these are the generators. Then imagine that a plane will cut these two cones. We will create the conic sections or simply the conics. What are those conics? Conics includes circle, parabola, ellipse, and hyperbola. If the plane will cut only one of the nape or nap, you can create a parabola. This will be the parabola. And if the plane will cut the cone perpendicularly to its axis, then you can now create a circle. If the plane will not cut this perpendicularly or on a slanting position, then ellipse will be formed. And if the plane will cut both nap, then we can now have hyperbola. So our first topic for the conic sections is the circle. So circle defined as a set of all planar points equidistant to a fixed point called center. As an illustration, we have here the axis, the x and y axis intersecting at the origin. So we have now the set of all points that is equidistant to the fixed point called center. So now we have the distance from center to point P is our radius or the radius of the circle. So to derive the equation of the circle, we will use the formula, the distance formula given to us. So we have the x sub 1 minus x sub 2 squared plus y sub 1 minus y sub 2 squared is equal to the distance. So square root of that is equal to the distance. So for this one, we have the distance will be r is equal to our points x minus h squared plus we have the point P y minus a squared is equal to the radius. So you have to recall all of the equations given to you on your geometry subjects you have taken previously. So from this one, you have to just square both sides of the equation to eliminate the radical symbol. So we have quantity x minus h squared plus y, or quantity y minus k squared is equal to r squared. So this will be our center reduced form of equation of a circle. So it is also called as the standard form of equation. How about if the center will be at the origin? So instead of h and k, center is at the origin. This means that the coordinates will be at 0, 0. So just substitute the values of this coordinates on the values of h and k. We will have x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared is equal to r squared. Simplify this, we have x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. So these are the two most important equations that we will encounter on the conic section, specifically circle. Our first example, let us determine standard form of the circle or the equation of the circle whose center is at the origin and the radius is 5. So we have to sketch the graph. Why is there a need to sketch the graph? It is simply because, so other times there are equations of circle that do not have a graph. At times it is just a point, or from this it is a circle. So on this one, we all know that this is a circle since this have a radius 5. So it serves as our exercise to sketch those circles. So first, identify the given. So we have center is at the origin. So from the two first given equation, we have r squared is equal to x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. And then the other one is x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. From the two given equation, we can say that we can use the second equation of the circle since we have a center that is at the origin. So we have x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. To simplify our task, so we have x squared, of course, so you just have to substitute the values that we have, plus y squared is equal to 5 squared. So what is 5 squared? This is equal to 25. So we have now the equation of the circle is x squared plus y squared is equal to 25. As simply as that. So to sketch, draw x and y axis. Then the center is at the origin. See, coordinates 0, 0. That is why there's no need to include the values. Then, the radius is 5. Just count 5 units from the center upward or from the center downward or to the right or to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the radius. Then, if you have your compass, then this, place the opening of the compass on these 2 points and then make a circle. So this is the graph of the equation x squared plus y squared is equal to 25. Example number 2. Determine the standard form of equation of the circle at center is at -2, 7, and the radius is 4. Again, we will sketch the graph. So from the 2 given equation of the circle, we will use the first one. We have x minus h squared plus y minus a squared is equal to r squared. Then just substitute the values on this given problem or situation. So we have x minus -2 squared plus y minus 7 squared is equal to r squared. Just be careful of the signs. Then we will operate. We have x plus 2 squared plus y minus 7 squared is equal to, okay, we will substitute first 4. So we have 16. Then that's the final answer. We have x plus 2 squared plus y minus 7 squared is equal to 16. Now, sketching the graph. First, the axis x and y. Why is there a need to always label your axis? Since you are future teachers, and that all students will always know where the x and y axis are. So we have the x and the y axis, and always put an arrow. That's so that they will know that the lines are infinitely extending on both sides. So we have the center is at -2, 1, 2, and then we have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have the intersection will be on this. Let me just erase some parts of the equation. So we will equation is, I will write it here. So we have center at -2, 7, and then we have the radius is 4. So don't count diagonally. Just count it either horizontal or vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our radius. Then form a circle. So this is the equation, and this will be the graph. equation is the general form. So general form of equation of a circle is defined as x squared plus y squared plus px plus ey plus f is equal to 0. How did they derive to this equation? So remember the previous equation of the circle given is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. You just have to square this expressions or binomials. So by squaring these binomials, we will have x squared minus 2hx plus h squared plus y squared minus 2ky plus k squared is equal to r squared. Then we have x squared plus y squared minus 2hx minus 2ky plus h squared plus k squared, then minus r squared is equal to 0. So we transpose r squared to the other side of the equation. That is why we have a negative r squared. Then to simplify the equation, they use d, e, and f as substitute to negative 2h, negative 2k, and r squared, negative r squared to simplify. So we have x squared plus y squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equal to 0. Again, don't forget d is equal to negative 2h, e is equal to negative 2k, and f is equal to h squared plus k squared minus r squared.